Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come.
I'm gonna do the same. Get your juice, get your coffee, get your brandy, get everything that can relax you for now, and get ready. Tell them Maiyegun is live. See, let me promise you from the start that you are watching this live is actually a great thing, okay? It is going to be interesting tonight. I mean, if the time allows, I will also manage to take few calls just before we round up tonight, okay? But sit back, relax after you have shared the broadcast. I'm going to do the same. Get your juice, get your coffee, get your brandy, get everything that can relax you for now, and get ready.
Maiyegun diary, Politico. Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o, kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀.
Thank you very much. Yes, you have read the caption of the broadcast. And the caption is a little bit somehow, but I believe I am not the only person thinking about this. And I decided to share that with you tonight. First, we're going to go through the journey of how we got to this level as a people. Who brought us to this level that the news of the Taliban coming back to power after 20 years, almost 20 years of living power because of their support, alleged support now for terrorism. And the Taliban ran through Kabul today and they took over the country, where they have now changed the name of the country to Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. It is no longer an Afghanistan anymore. So people are saying that if northern Nigeria was to be a country on its own, and for the Boko Haram bloody campaign of 12 years, then they probably are not really far from being capable of running over the entire northern Nigeria, which makes up of about 70% of the Nigerian land mass. That's a big, massive land to take over. That's going to be, But yes, we can all agree that that is not in any way, impossible. It will happen. And the question there is, what if they overrun the northern Nigeria one day and they declare their emirate or their caliphate, all of these, their one Nigeria merchants who are aiding and abetting all this terrorism in Nigeria from northern Nigeria for the benefit of the power they are, currently enjoying, they will run away. Then what will be our own exit plan? I want to talk about that tonight. The journey started from 2014 when those who were sponsoring Boko Haram terrorism in the northeast of Nigeria, harboring them and protecting them, those who were giving them a little bit of a leeway within the Nigerian security forces, which many of those arrested and they're questioned have confessed that the process of moving guns, weapons all around the northern Nigeria, including the borders that northern Nigeria share with Chad, Niger, and all these places, right? These guys who are the gun runners, the smugglers, some of them arrested came back to say their job were made easier because of the collaboration from the Nigerian military or Nigerian soldiers who aided and helped them to get those weapons to the terrorists. We have had instances where villagers, communities that were attacked on record before the attack on these communities, they reported sighting helicopters, military helicopters, or what do you call, flying over their communities, flying down deep into the forest, only for their communities to be attacked 2-3 days later. And I mean, total military-style attack. And thousands of people have been killed for that. So how did we get here, other than those who were telling Nigeria that those who were killing and kidnapping people in northern Nigeria, they are doing so for God knows why, except for somebody who was speaking for them, Sheikh Gumi. So if you look at the level at which extremism has spread in northern Nigeria, which mostly they have hidden away from the rest of Nigeria, you will never find out. So because of power, they brought in terrorists to the border of Nigeria. I didn't say that. Somebody told us, this man.
We have a confession that the media has not given appropriate attention. Kawu Baraje Alhaji was a leading chieftain of the APC, and he has confessed that they imported the foreign mercenaries who have become bandits. He has confessed. How much more evidence do you need? He has confessed that they imported them for the elections. This is public. Why is the media not following up? Why are we not asking for accountability? So it seems very clear to me and to so many others. If you're in the public space, you hear people talking and pointing fingers. The ruling party is the direct.
I think there is an issue with that video. I'm trying to fix that. Let me check. Just a sec. Let's try it again.
We have a confession that the media has not given appropriate attention. Kawu Baraje Alhaji was a leading chieftain of the APC, and he has confessed that they imported the foreign mercenaries who have become bandits. He has confessed. How much more evidence do you need? He has confessed that they imported them for the elections. This is public. Why is the media not following up? Why are we not asking for accountability? So it seems very clear to me and to so many others. If you're in the public space, you hear people talking and pointing fingers. The ruling party is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. My name is Martin Onovo. I said it. APC is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. Ask me for the evidence.
What are the facts?
Good. I just gave you confession of Kawu Baraje.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, Miyetti Allah made a public statement that if you want peace in your state, don't call any meeting. Provide land for Fulanis in your state. Public statement. Miyetti Allah. Miyetti Allah is a collaborator with the ruling party. We had a report that the ruling party funded Miyetti Allah to the tune of 100 billion. I wasn't there when the payment was made, but that's in the public domain. We had an official report that the government of Nigeria was going to establish a radio station in collaboration with Miyetti Allah, where Fufude, the Fulani tribal dialect, will be the language of communication. Now, interestingly, I have the number of the rifle. I can send it to you by SMS. I just need to check my records. I have the rifle number. We have it, the authority of retired Colonel N2m, that the Fulani headsmen repelled in Ogoja were using Nigerian army rifles from the barracks in that vicinity, and that the soldiers came to collect the rifles back. Now, who is the commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces? Who should be responsible for the activities of these armed forces? We have it on the authority of General Danjuma. Danjuma has commanded these forces. We have it on the authority of General Danjuma. That the armed forces are conniving with the bandits that are killing citizens. How much more evidence do you want? How much more?
How much more? Before these charlatans came to power, it was Boko Haram. Until Boko Haram now metamorphosed into ISWAP and Ansaru, Fulani bandits, and on and on and on, operating the same way. They have taken over the major highways in northern Nigeria. Major highways, they've taken over them. Kaduna, Abuja, Kaduna, Kano, wherever. They've taken over everywhere. The forest in northern Nigeria, they make it look like the forest in northern Nigeria is so big that Nigeria has no capacity to map the place and locate the camps of the terrorists. Of course, they know where they are. This government told the military to always play a defense. A defense means whenever the terrorists come to attack, the military should push them back. So in the process of pushing them back, if they kill any of them, fine. If they arrest any of them, they will process them and release them through the rehabilitation program funded that nobody even have a clue how much they are spending to rehabilitate terrorists in Nigeria. Nobody have a clue. But Nigeria is rehabilitating, and Nigeria has rehabilitated, according to them, this government has rehabilitated over 7,000 repentant terrorists, and they have released them back into the society. So they told the military in Nigeria to always play defense. Whenever they want to do any photo op, they will mobilize the military to start bombing empty forests, bombing here and there, make them look like they're actually doing something. But that same day, you will receive the news of numbers of people killed, slaughtered by either bandits and what have you. And they have the capacity to shoot down a fighter jet. The Taliban waited for 20 years for America to spend, America and their American allies, to spend trillions of dollars in trying to make a stable democracy for them in Afghanistan. But do you know what happened? Afghanistan has 300 strong military and air force. Nigeria has about 400 to 450,000 strong military and air force. The day the Taliban took over, when they began the onslaught and started taking over the provinces, the regions, and the rest of that, those who were there, who are also Afghans themselves, in the military and the rest of them, they were told by their commanders not to resist. They should just let them have it. So that put to shambles the American style of democracy, or the Western style kind of democracy, to what the people of Afghanistan themselves possibly want. Islamic State. Some said, no, they don't want it, but it's a state of war, or use of force and what have you. But guess what? There was no single resistance from the 300,000 strong military. No jet, no nothing. They just handed over all the military weapons, the MVs that, this MV is called, this armor tank left by American government, all the military hardware. No single shot was fired. And today, they called it peaceful takeover of Afghanistan by the Taliban, who have ruled. They ruled before, right? And under their own Islamic Sharia law, women are not allowed to go to school. Presently, they said, oh, no, we're going to let them continue to go to school. The past 20 years has seen improved education for girl child, women having their own, having access to their own resources by, getting education and getting jobs and all these things. So in Sharia, in this guy's kind of extremist Sharia, women are not allowed to get education. And if you fail, or if you send your children to any school, you will be punished and you can get killed for it. Now that is bad, but they said, no, we're not going to do that again. In northern Nigeria, there are people with this same mentality. Unfortunately, they are in government. So if you wake up tomorrow and they said the ISIS of northern Nigeria, they have taken over the entire northern Nigeria, and they have started the massive slaughtering of those they will call infidels, the Christians in northern Nigeria, and anyone that doesn't agree with their style of Islam. This is something that you would think Nigeria would never allow that to happen. 75,000 is the stronghold of Taliban in Afghanistan. 75,000, 300,000 army couldn't stop them because they choose never to fight. Today in Nigeria, they have Islam. They have Fulanized the Nigeria military. They have Fulanized the Nigerian security agencies. That the only information that really matter to them is any information that says people are asking for their own country or for self-determination. But before they came in, they had the kind of this mentality. You remember this guy
that has become so incompetent will be praising them and say that, oh, terrorism is happening, Jonathan is doing nothing. Well done, Jonathan. Are we supposed to do that? We are in opposition. Our job is to look at even good things that they are doing and say they are not doing it well. That is the job of opposition. So we have no apologies for pointing out to Nigerians that this government is incompetent and has failed to provide security. If you say we are politicizing it, that's the problem, so that we can't politicize it. Okay? Are we politicizing breathing of air? Every Nigerian can breathe air. We can't politicize it because there is no problem there. But if you fail to supply petroleum products and we say you are failing, you say we are politicizing it. Fix the problem so that we don't politicize it. If you say that there is terrorism, we are politicizing it, eliminate terrorism. 5 years ago, nobody is talking about terrorism in Nigeria. Under Jonathan, it has become an industry. And we should not take advantage of their failings so that we secure the votes of Nigerians in the next elections. There must be something wrong with them. We have made suggestions to the government on how to improve security. They have ignored it. They have set up 5 different committees that have given them recommendations how to address this problem of terrorism in the last 3 years. They have not implemented one. They are incompetent. But they try to blame other people.
So at this stage that we are right now with terrorism in Nigeria, what do you think is the solution, especially on how to rescue the girls?
Look, the government has the solution to this problem. Several committees have given them recommendations. They should just implement the recommendations in their drawer. Okay? As for rescuing the girls, we have seen examples of what countries do when this situation happens. You should have military action on the one hand and negotiation on the other hand. You should not foreclose anything because the lives of your citizens are at risk and you don't want to lose one life. You don't want to lose the life of one person. You don't want to lose the life of 250 girls. So whatever it takes to rescue those girls should be done. If one of these girls was Jonathan's daughter, the story will be different. The only reason why these girls are still in captivity is because they are not the daughter of any important man in Nigeria, and we know it. And if you say I'm politicizing terrorism, go and rescue the girls so that I don't have a basis to politicize it.
So are you in support of negotiation?
That was Hell Rufaya before he became the Dracula of Kaduna. Is now made Kaduna the hellfire that you have been reading about. More children, more university students have been kidnapped. College students have been kidnapped in Kaduna. More people have been killed in southern Kaduna than you can ever imagine. I'm talking about thousands of people. Just this morning, 5 people got killed in the same southern Kaduna. In Jos, 22 people got killed 2 days ago who were coming back from Islamic New Year prayer.
Many people have sold their properties in northern Nigeria to pay ransom to terrorists. What do you think all the money, the hundreds of millions and billions of naira that they are paying to the terrorists every week in that northern Nigeria, what do you think they use the money for? By alleging weapons. The weapons to further intimidate and threaten civilians into perpetual fear as government abandoned them. Families are selling their properties in northern Nigeria to go and pay ransom to terrorists who keep their children. As you are watching this video, from just November last year, 2020, to July 2021, they have kidnapped over 2,000 school children. And as you are watching this video, over 1,300 of them are still in the captivity, in the hands of their captors, including children as young as 7 years old. Their parents are everywhere, abandoned by the government of this kind of hellfire. They brought those terrorists. And it won't cost them. They told the military not to attack them, not to root them out of that place. Nigeria has the capacity to uproot them, but no. They gave them the field to expand, and they have now covered the entire northern Nigeria, including Middle Belt. Everywhere they've covered everywhere now. So what do you think? How long do you think it's going to take if they decide to just stage an onslaught with what happened in Afghanistan? An inspiration for somebody like Issa Pandemic. Do you remember Issa Pandemic? Somebody who is very, very passionate about the Taliban. I believe he's buzzing right now. This guy is now the Minister of Communication for Nigeria. I want you to watch this. First, let me see if I can take off all this on my screen so that I can share this with you. Issa Pandemic, the Nigeria Minister of Communication, the man in charge of all your data in Nigeria, your communication, your phone calls, your emails, your bank transactions, and every other thing. Everything that is digitally connected, this guy has your data. But guess what? He is a Taliban in Nigeria.
A wannan lokaci abin da aka tura wannan mulki sai zama kasar ta samu kanta cikin wani rikici. An yi yunkurin tura mulkin amma kuma sai sabbaba wani irin tashin hankali. To the extent that sai kafirai suka fara yunkurin shigowa kasar su yi dominating kasar Afghanistan. Saboda a koda yaushe kuke addini, kuke nutsuwa, kuke bautawa Allah, kuke karantar da addinin Allah, abokanan gaban mu kafirai, musamman a sahun gaba USA, United States of America, wannan iya tayar musu hankali. A koda yaushe sukan yi kokari su dan yi likimo suna ga ina za su samu daman launching attack a kanku.
That's, the infidels. The infidels are those, well, the Americans are infidels, according to the Minister of Communication in Nigeria now. Here is another one.
Saboda kyautata zato zuwa ga jama'ar da suka buƙaci a yi tunatarwa akan wannan al'amari din. Babban abin da ya fara zuwa cikin tunani na zai iya yiwa na yi kuskuren tunani. Shine ‘yan uwa ahalus sunna da suka bukata shine mutanen Taliban da suka rayu a Afghanistan. Allah ya jarrabi ahalus sunna da dama a duniya da ƙaunarsu. Allah ya zayyana mutane da dama da ikon Allah mutunta su da musu fatan alkhairi saboda alamomin alkhairi da ake gani tare da su. Baya ga wannan kuma a wani janibi sai aka samu wasu jama'a daga cikin kafirai Western Wall ba su da target a duniya sai bata su a idan ƴan uwansu musulmai hatta ma idan kafiran ta bangaren jingina musu abin da ba su aikata ba.
You get what I mean now? This guy is a preacher. He had his mosque. Okay? He had people that they told these stories to every day. And they point at you and me as infidels. Not just that. Here is another one.
Don haka mu a fahimtar muna roƙon Allah ya kai mu ran da hatta kuɗin da ke aljihunmu za su rahoto a jiki. Don taswiri kwata-kwata ba ma bukatar sa duniya sai dai a darura, amma hatta wannan ba ka da kaulin malami ɗaya a duniya da yace halal ne, sai dai kawai darura. To Allah ya fitar da mu a cikin wannan, mu kai matakin da kuɗi ma mun fi karfin taswiri, ba ma bukatar taswiri a jiki. A addinin mu taswiri ko hoton sahabi ne ai ba addini bane ajiyewa. So da hatta wannan Allah ya kai mu da wannan Gregorian date, kalandar arna da ke jikin kuɗi. Allah ya ce wa ma qataluhu wa ma salabuhu walakin shubbiha lahum, na an kashe Isa alayhi salam, duk wannan ba ma bukatar sa, kuma in Allah ba mu dama duk za a gusar da shi insha Allah ta'ala.
I didn't say those words, but I can interpret them. I didn't say those words. He said them. It's a pandemic. It's a patantami. A jihadist, a Taliban, who is in charge of the data, communication, and information about all Nigerians in Nigeria as we speak, especially if you have already linked your own SIM card and the rest of that. They look forward to a day that the Gregorian calendar, January, February, March, all of that will be gone. That all the images you have on your Naira notes will carry the image of the prophets. That the currency in their pockets will be written not in this your Naira nonsense and what have you. It will be written in Arabic the way they want it. Everything will be in Arabic. And this guy is talking about Nigeria. What kind of mentality will make somebody who should understand that Nigeria is not limited, well, to northern Nigeria? Even northern Nigeria is not only an Islamic region. But such person rose to power, is in power. He's going to probably be governor sometime soon. He's going to be anything. And these are the guys who are also going to listen to you because you are a Christian from another part of Nigeria. Or maybe you are not, if you are not a Fulani, but you are a Muslim, maybe they can pardon you. I mean, they believe that they have the control to tell you if you have the right to be anything. Like we are just like secondary to them. You know. But I love it when they pretend and try to pretend and say, no. That's not what it means. Especially when they can have access to free money from Nigeria. So tell me, the people who have this mentality, somebody like that, if the Boko Haram, ISIS, if they say they have taken over Kano, they've taken Sokoto, they've taken Adamawa, they have taken Niger, they have taken, out of 19 states, they have taken about 16. These are the guys that will pledge their loyalty to ISIS and the government of Sharia Caliphate. And I'm asking, oh, I'm so sorry. Child of the rising sun. I have, I concentrated so much on on what I'm saying. I didn't see the super chat. I'm saying it now. Igbo kwenu, Odudua kwenu, middle bet kwezeno. Hey, sorry I missed that. You have a minister that believes that one day, and that day should come soon, when all of these things will come to reality, where they can really live in an Islamic caliphate, Islamic country. But Nigeria is not an Islamic country. You know that. But you can continue to tell yourself that. Nigeria is a member of IOC, Islamic Organization Council or something, IOC. Do you know that? That Nigeria is a member of that Islamic, what have you, right? And who drag them there? The people who believe that Nigeria is more Islamic. Now all of them are just the dragger. So if they wake up tomorrow and they say they have taken over those places and they have declared caliphate and they've taken over Abuja, or they are coming to Abuja, oh, we are going to Abuja like the Taliban did in Afghanistan, that we are coming to Kabul, we will surround, Abuja is in the center. By the time they say they have taken over Kogi, say, but Kogi is not sit down there. You already have them in southern Nigeria as well. All they need to do is that once they take over Abuja, they will just tell all of us, the rest of us in southern Nigeria, to surrender. Oh yeah, all of you surrender, or else we are coming to Lagos, we are coming here, we are coming there. And I like it when you say, Maiyegun, that is impossible. What are we going to use to fight? We are the only one being disarmed. The terrorists are not disarmed. They are not. They have piles of weapons to wreak havoc anytime they want. And they are not going to move those weapons into our... They didn't move those weapons into our communities by just moving cows. They have other means. And it's just a call. We are surrounded already. I can tell you confidently now that on the last count, we have over 1,748 illegal poachers in Yoruba land who have occupied different camps in Yoruba land. Imagine having 1,748 terrorist camps in Yoruba land alone. They say, that is an exaggeration. I like it when you said it's not going to happen. But I ask you, what would we use? What are we going to use to defend ourselves when we see those who claim to be the political leaders from southern Nigeria collaborating with the Nigerian authority that won't fight terrorists, but collaborating with them to disarm everyone from southern Nigeria that will have the capacity to muzzle up, to stand up and push them back? I mean, what do we have to fight? When those who stood up, and you see the likes of Gumi defending terrorists up and down, these are the people that are going to say, well, if for sanity's sake, the military of Nigeria has already been compromised, you know that. So how long do you think it's going to take them to just say, all the military in northern Nigeria, all the police in northern Nigeria, everybody should just ignore the ISIS once they are coming? And do you actually know how ISIS fight? And not these terrorists, how they fight? They don't go about with your own kind of, Nigerian contingent that will, they will be moving in their convoy of armor tank, this and that. These guys goes about with more than 500 fighters. So imagine when 500 people with 500 AK-47, with God knows how many rounds of ammunition, maybe 200 rounds of ammunition. Like one person will be able to fire 200 shots and multiply that by 500. And imagine the havoc they can wreak when they come. That is why Nigerian military run, when they indeed come, when they move in. And you have them in thousands. I don't think their number is up to Nigerian military, but because the Nigerian military, the Nigerian security forces, they are already compromised. They are the ones who will give the intel to the people to go and fight them. They are also the ones that will also give the intel to the terrorists to ambush their own soldiers. We have seen it many times. Yes, we have. We have seen where Nigerian Air Force was firing shot at the Nigerian soldiers instead of firing at the terrorists. We have seen a lot. A long story short, does answer super chat at end of show. I actually answer super chat right on the show. If I see it, if I actually see them, I will mention them. I'm expected to. So, but sometimes the comments can be so many, and it will just be a little distraction in a way. Okay. So thank you very much. A long story short, I am an American. Are most of these conflicts religious and communist rebels, or are these decade-long disputes? Let me answer that question. A long story short, you are an American. When we talk about the ISIL growing in Nigeria, it all started from, you probably have heard about Boko Haram. You probably also have read, somehow heard about the kidnapping of school children in Nigeria. All these were acts of terrorism that Nigeria was managing before this gang of crook took over government in Nigeria in 2015. And they took over government in Nigeria in 2015 simply because they promised to end Boko Haram. So 6 years after that, we are no longer dealing with Boko Haram. We are now dealing with Boko Haram that has now metamorphosed into a bigger thing. pledged allegiance to ISIL, the Islamic State of Iraq or Iran, the ISIS that many of you know in America very well. However, pledging them, they now call themselves the Islamic State of West Africa Province. Deadly. The reason why you haven't heard much of them in America is because they are not as coordinated as those terrorists Americans chased to the valley of Afghanistan and Pakistan. In Nigeria, they have not started staging an attack on America, but they have killed over 250,000 Nigerians in the last 12 years alone. But shockingly, this government that gave them that field day, the same government put together a program called Operation Safe Corridor. And that program is just to rehabilitate any repentant terrorist without any law, without any, any legislation to back that up. And this is their own way of fighting terrorism in Nigeria. And in the last 6 years, this government has released over 7,000 repentant terrorists, they call them. But rather than for those repentant terrorists to give information on how to get or to end the terrorism in Nigeria, they ended up going back into that same act to the communities they destroyed. The numbers of those killed, the numbers of those displaced keeps growing every day. And as you are watching this video, there is no single one of them standing trial for any of this crime. You can also use Google in a way. It is not primarily. It is not about tribal clashes. Okay, it is majorly about something we call ethnic subjugation campaign. It is about power grab and land grab. Nigeria is structured in a way that somebody who holds the power at the center, can actually either crush, any act of, rebellion and all that, or kind of, protect it. And in the other hand, Nigeria government seems to be protecting that today. Now, we have the Fulani Fulani herdsmen. Yeah, these are also ethnic nationality in Nigeria. Nigeria is made up of over 250 nationalities that make up a country called Nigeria, right? Out of these 250 nationalities, only one has pushed all the rest of the country to the point of demanding for a breakup and break away from Nigeria. Okay, only one. And this particular group are called the Fulani armed terrorists. These guys are known as the fourth deadliest terrorist group in the whole world. But in Nigeria, they are kings. They dine with those in power. They are protected from any arrest. Whatever crime committed by them will be swept on. And those whoever speaks up against any of this are considered as enemies of the country, or those who are trying to create problems. Yeah. So that's pretty much what the story about Nigeria is. And the only objective of this terrorist group is that they want an Islamic country. They want Nigeria to be an Islamic caliphate. And they said education is an haram, which simply means education is a sin. In northern Nigeria today, more than 80,000 schools have been shut down by government because the terrorists won't stop kidnapping school children. It has gotten to a stage that the government can no longer protect or protect the children, or the government can no longer in any way secure or guarantee the safety of everyone that will go into any school. As we speak, in Kaduna State, they have over 5,000 schools shut down. And it's unfortunate that even when people came together to say, we can stop these marauders, we can stop them before they advance to other parts of Nigeria, the government of Nigeria tagged them as terrorists. It's so unfortunate, by the way. You can't be an activist in Nigeria of today. If you're an activist, you'll be treated as a terrorist. If you are a terrorist, you'll be treated as just, a disgruntled, somebody who's just angry, but can be placated. That's our story. A long story short, I'm sorry that I didn't make my story short, because I believe I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to others who are also listening. I prefer to get information from small YouTubers like this channel. Though this conflict does this conflict have anything to do with the NSAS from last summer? It is all complicated. NSAS protest is also reactions of the younger people in Nigeria to what I just told you now. Young people were so tired of police brutality, where the state sponsored state brutality, profiling of young people. If you look smart, if you dress nice, your style of hair, your style of hair, the way you dress and all of that will set you up in Nigeria, where the security agent, the police, right, can extort you, beat you up, brutalize you, and in fact, you can get locked up. In fact, you can get jailed for other trumped-up charges. It was bad. But there's a police outfit called SARS. Their full name, the full meaning of that is the, Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Their job was to go after violent crimes like armed robbers, kidnappers, cultists, every other violent crime. That's their job, right? But they are not doing that. The SARS officials are always everywhere. They don't dress like police officers. They disguise in unmarked cars. They hang about in every corner, in every city, and they target young people. They profile them. Then they take them and call them, they actually tag them fraudsters. They are not empowered to investigate theft fraud. They are not empowered to investigate any internet fraud or what have you. It was just a means of extortion. Many, many young people have been killed. Some people have lost their limbs, lost their mobility and all of that due to injury they suffered in the hands of this dreaded police elite force in Nigeria. So the young people now came together to protest so that the government of Nigeria will reform that police force. They will stop them. They will identify them. They will have identity. They will carry body camera and all of that, which will make their activities a little bit monitored, right? But rather than the government of Nigeria to listen to the young people, the government of Nigeria, under this same government we are talking about, unleashed the police and the military on them. Hundreds of them were killed in a space of 20 days. The last one they did was on the 28th of October 2020, where they killed over 87 young people at Lekki Toll Gate. The irony of it is this, and as sad as it is, right? Those young people, they believed that if they were holding the Nigerian flag, if they were waving the Nigerian flag, the military, being what they were told, would never shoot at them. Guess what? They shot and killed over 87 of them, took their bodies away. Some of them jumped into the river, some drowned. And to this day, the government of Nigeria denied that ever happened. So NSAS is not a conflict of ethnic and what have you. It's just the reaction of the young people to part of this, tyrannical system being run in Nigeria. And the same government that is clamping down on the protesters, peaceful protesters, self-determination campaigners, and the rest, and then the activists and the, what have you, Nigeria, the same government, right, is giving a complete free pass to terrorists that have been kidnapping people, that have been killing people like needlessly. I'm talking about complete program where villages will be ransacked, and trust me, hundreds and hundreds of people will be massacred, and they are just numbers in Nigeria. That's how sad it is. And I hope if you have time, take on to the internet, read a bit about us, because even those who come from southern Nigeria, who are supposed to be the leaders of the people from the southern Nigeria is not an Islamic region. We are pretty much like a mixed society where everybody just respects everybody's belief, and, whatever faith you want to have, just live and let live is what the southern Nigeria is, right? But for political exigencies, for political, personal, aggrandizement, we call it, right? Self-reward, the southern leaders, they don't have a solution. There was a time they asked, these guys have not just destroyed Nigeria, whatever is left called Nigeria Unity or Nigeria, whatever, anything, right? They have not just destroyed that, right? They have gone beyond any imaginable, what do you call it, retrogression. That even just today, or I think it was yesterday, the disgraced Emir of Kano, Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi, another fraudster being propelled and protected by the same Kaduna Littlefinger, El Rufaya. He came out and he said, you know what? This last 6 years of Nigeria has retrogressed back to 40 years. That all the gains made in the past 40 years in Nigeria, everything is gone now. There is no more unity. There is nothing that makes it. And if nothing is done, Nigeria is going to break up. And I can tell you, everybody is feeling and having the symptom that something is coming and it's bigger than what has ever happened before. They asked Tifnumbu, what do you think Bukwari should do? Especially for those of you who are looking forward to a time that Tifnumbu will become or will be your president. Tifnumbu will change Nigeria because he had the solution. Tifnumbu, if you have any idea, can you please share it with us, especially with this government that you brought to power? What do you have to say?
And we are competing with armed robbers and bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn, and the morning, yam in the afternoon. Is growing here. You create demand and consumption.
And I believe that those who are waiting for 2023, they are waiting to join Tifnumbu army. 50 million youths, recruit. And they have done so much to us that those you probably would want to speak up for the sake. Solo Onals, thank you very much. Thank you, Maiyegun. Tell them what they cannot believe easily. 2022 is a takeover year, but Mumus will not believe because they cannot see. Sad, innit? Very sad. Solo. Also, child of the rising sun. I believe that's a Dutchian as well. Somebody from the Dotland. Okereju, àwọn òyìnbó ń fún wa ní owó wa padà. Super chat. Well, we have an American. Long story short is his name. And he's there with us right now enjoying these chats. So let's make it more interesting for everyone. The man you just watched right now is the man they are hoping to take over from the one that is there now. First, let me show you the one that is there now. If you are watching this broadcast for the first time, the man that is there now is called Bukwari. This is his first image that we can actually use to say, when he became the president. And yeah, I hope this help. This is Bukwari, the one in charge now of Nigeria now, okay? The one that is asking the rest of Nigeria to give land for Ruga, rural grazing area, they called it. They said we need to create a Ruga for these invading aliens of northern Nigeria if we want peace. But the man that want to create Ruga, rural grazing area, or cattle colony, or whatever they are planning to create for them to bring peace to all of us, he cannot even define it. Buhari. They said what is, meanwhile, the policy is called National Livestock Program. You remember that? When they asked that, what is Nigeria doing to stop these invaders that have taken over all the forests in Nigeria, all the forests in Nigeria. And they said, what are you doing about it? They said, the only solution is to give them lands so that you can build them ranches. You can build them schools. But initially, they told us that these people killing us, kidnapping us, they were from Niger Republic. They were from Chad. They were from Sudan. They were from Libya. They were from Mali. These are African countries, North African countries that share border with Nigeria. And sadly, nobody has any land to give to them. And they said we have to pay the price. But what is livestock, Buhari?
Livestock.
Huh?
Livestock.
National livestock.
I will talk about it. He doesn't know. He doesn't.
I
think he doesn't know.
These are all directed at Mr. President. So corruption, yes, let me... He can talk for himself.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I want Nigerians to give you another opportunity to do another 4 years. Why?
Well, I
doesn't know.
I think
So that one that spoke earlier, the Mr. Agbado Kon Ege, the one that spoke about Agbado Ege is the one that they are waiting to take over from the one that doesn't know. That's 2023. And I'm asking, is it going to come and take over and be the one that will run away? Just like Ghani, the American-made president of Afghanistan, have to run away? Or how do you think these criminals who said they are not willing to leave power in 2023 because they have another 4 years and they can keep the presidency as long as they want? If they finally lose out about the power and they give it to this one that is with walking stick, this one, the one that is with the red cap, by the way, is the former governor of Lagos State. Is the Afobaje of all other political hooligans in southwest Nigeria. They call him the genius. He is the one, the chief landlord of the mega slum of Africa called Lagos. That picture was taken in London. They said he had knee surgery. We don't know what happened to his knee. He's an old man. Maybe he's getting arthritis. You remember that his hands are already shaking and all of that. He's an old guy. He said he's 69 years old. But some people said that he's already 79 or close to 80. How can you be 69 years old and your daughter is 58 or 59? Fola Shade Tinumbu? Well, it's none of my business. But that's the guy that would, the one with the idea. That's the one advising the one who is wearing his, wearing his face mask on his neck, yeah? And the one there called Tifnumbu, his best idea for the current problem of Nigeria is this.
And we are competing with armed robbers and bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn, and the morning, yam in the afternoon. Is growing here. You create demand as consumption.
Very, very smart Tifnumbu. I bet Lagos Abobaku are currently looking at me and they're like, you just ate Tinumbu. Leave him. He's going to be president. I'm not saying it shouldn't be. Are you guys not the ones are you not the ones who are going to make him? So go on and do it. Good luck. You know what I mean? Good luck with that.
This one
land this night or tomorrow night or next week or next year or anytime, the answer is going to be the same. Impressive. We'll talk about it tonight. You see that thing where una spoil for the people who tried to put up a charade for Bukwari today. Now 700 million naira costs them for Imo State. You just flopped everything by sitting at home. Very expensive protest you did today. We'll talk about it.
Lórí Facebook.
It is a win-win. I said it earlier today that my week is made. Even though I am still pretty much recovering from my rest and all of that, but I couldn't keep it, and I have to share it with you. As much as the Biafrans they continue to ginger our swagger, they continue to prove it to us, continue to make different milestones every day. And sadly, those who thought it was a joke are actually jealous. They are waiting for something to break that trend. They just continue to wax stronger and stronger. So you just made Imo State lose, they lost 700 million naira. And that wasn't a joke. Fight, they go on right now inside Douglas House for Wiri. I have been told. God said that they were going to actually make laws on VAT. It was a bold move, a very big one. And they were going to ban open grazing. Two things happened, and you must pretty much acknowledge them. Very important. In the past few weeks and months, the conversation has been about cows. The senior citizens of Nigeria. It has gotten to a point whereby even people who are supposed to be normal people are beginning to think like cows, as if to say our existence, our survival depends on cows. As much as they are killing us, kidnapping people, ransacking villages, destroying farmlands, sending people into exiles, into refugee camps, and no one could actually hold them responsible. Actions taken, and you see this lot from northern Nigeria, they said all those actions were targeted against the northern Nigeria. We decided to go for the ban on open grazing, at least to curb the movement of these criminals with their cows and their guns and their other rogues who perpetrate all these criminalities.
They said it was against the North. In fact, different group came out to warn the southern Nigeria to be very careful of what they do to the Fulani terrorists, or else it will cost them 2023, it will cost them this, it will cost, you know what I mean? It has been like that for the past few months. But Baba, in the last 48 hours, Baba music changed, and for two reasons, well, for two people's reasons, I don't know if that even make any sense, but I'll tell you. The survival of Nigeria usually depends a lot on the sale of crude oil, especially the states acknowledged to be oil-producing states. That was the genesis of this whole power struggle, power also, that terrorists finally managed to take over power in Nigeria. Oil, then oil don't crash beyond anything that even Nigeria economy within 6 years dipped to negative. So money no day. They have to rely on other cash cows in the southern Nigeria, which include what are the things that can make money? What can we sell? Anything that can make money. They sold all they could sell. Shared the money, looted it. That wasn't enough. Meanwhile, as they were selling everything off, sharing the money, looting the money, they were also picking your pockets in southern Nigeria. You are the ones who always want to run bank accounts. You are the ones who wants to have this online transfer, that transfer, this one, transaction. Because you are the ones who are involved in businesses, small businesses, which are actually supposed to be the lifeline of a viable economy of a country. Small businesses. Your 100,000 business, your 200,000, your 400,000. So Boko Haram's government was busy picking your pocket with different taxes, stamp duty, excess duty, extra duty, these charges, text message charges, birthday charges, all of that, picking your every penny they can get from you. They were not satisfied. They were like, so there are some dormant accounts. People who don't die, and their family members didn't even know they have money. They mop up all the money. They said, waiting be how much be everything? Boko Haram's government, they said, well, we have so hundreds of billions of naira. I said, okay, since the people know they claim we want to use the money. All of this targeted at those of you who love to open bank accounts, which are mostly in southern Nigeria. In northern Nigeria, most of them, and I'm not saying this to mock them because it is the truth, they have put each local government that they claim that they have people in, right? They have this welfare program that they have been telling all of you about, 5,000 naira for poor people, 5 this for that, and the rest of that. So in their different local governments, they opened bank accounts for those they could open bank accounts for, and it is just to collect whatever they are getting from the government, from Abuja. After they must have mopped all the money from the entire southern Nigeria, put them in the jar and shared the money to them. They are not running businesses like many of you, except for those who claim to be billionaires, but they don't really have any businesses. Alleged billionaires, Bureau de change billionaires, money launderers, for the same criminals in government looting money. That's a story for another day. But let's come back to how they were picking your pockets. They were not satisfied. They decided that they wanted to go and borrow money from the pension fund. You see all those poor people, poor old people who worked. The reason why they will never get their pension is because the likes of Boko Haram and Co, they've started borrowing from it. So the Miyetti Allah, the northern leaders, elders forum, Arewa consultative forum, this one consultative, the Sultan, the blah jabla nonsense that they claim to be their leaders from the north. They continue to threaten the southern Nigeria, continue to tell you that the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. And it is non-negotiable as if to say they have money to run that Nigeria if the southern Nigeria doesn't have any money to give to them. And boom, Lagos said, no, we're not giving you our money again. Since the crude oil you are selling no longer sell anymore. You remember just about 2 weeks ago, they were celebrating that NNPC declared profits for the first time, 240-something billion naira profits, first time in 40 years. Did you read that? It was a lie. It was a charm. They were declaring profit of 2020, the year of coronavirus, where they were buying crude oil then for just about $15 per barrel, where Nigeria was begging people to come and take the oil, pay later, and nobody needed any oil. You remember that time, 2020, now just last year, where many companies all over the world folded up or declared loss. A lot of people lost their jobs. NNPC, when Nigeria was selling crude oil for $120 per barrel, they were running at loss. Until 2020, when Nigeria was selling crude oil for $75 per barrel, they were running at loss. But when Corona came, they declared profit, gain profit. And at the end of the day, the story don't come out yesterday. Guess what? As usual, they know they fail. The people that declare profit of 2020, of gaining $240-something million or $240-something billion naira, they declared that they've lost almost 1 trillion naira. As usual. So Lagos said, now they want to keep anything they can lay their hands on, any penny, anything. It has become so worse, so bad, that they are printing money. They no longer make any money. You know what? Even with all the money they are taking everywhere, at the end of the day, the money no even reach to service the BC, the debt that Bokwari plunged Nigeria into in 6 years. They are making 2 trillion, 2.1 trillion, and they are servicing their debt with 1.9 trillion. Waiting remain. That is why they have been borrowing and printing money. By the time they are done, there will be no Nigeria for anybody to be president in, right? So when Lagos said they are putting a break on it, bam, oh boy, all the threats, all the gra-gra, all the braggadocio, all the waiting we now go do, we will do another 4 years. We will blah, 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 jargons. Baba's story started changing. When Wike said, we are not going to give you a dime anymore. And you know, say we're a Wike, the kind that we call Asheburuku Shere in Yoruba land. Asheburuku Shere. Person where they do evil, where they do good. So you no go know. But be very clear. Evil na evil. Evil no they cancel good. Or you know what I mean? They don't say we're a Wike may wake up tomorrow. And another judge, you will just find another suitable, fancy, beautiful judge. Say, Judge, we want you to declare that Nigeria must not collect a dime from any crude oil sold in Rivers State. This is what the fear is all about now. Every month, Rivers State contributes over 15 billion into the cookie jar of value-added tax. Lagos State contributes almost 48 billion every month inside that cookie jar. Katsina, where Bokwari come from, they are contributing about 15 million, not billion, 15 million naira every month. Waiting they won't collect charges from. Waiting. Value-added tax. Waiting they won't scan. They will say, okay, this one are tax. So, is it the Ogufe or the coffins or what? They are contributing 15 million. Another one that is so shocking is Sokoto. Sokoto is as Shakali Fetio. They are contributing about 113 million, which they try. Okay, 113 million a month. Now reverse the gear. How then they share the money? Borno, Like those ones, then they borrow them money to even contribute. They're not they figure at all. But reverse it. How are they sharing the money? Lagos State that contributes almost 48 billion. They will receive 9 billion. 39 billion will remain in the cookie jar. Rivers State that contributes 15 billion, they will give them 4 billion. 11.1 billion will remain in the cookie jar. Had 11.1 plus 39, no be 50 be that. It should be 50. 50 billion. Bam, that day there, gidigbe. They will now call Casina that contributed 15 million. Casina, you take 5 billion. Zamfara, you contributed 61 million. Oh yeah, you take 3 billion. Why won't they tell you that Nigeria is not negotiable? But you see, the moment they got a court judgment that said the state where you generate your VAT, it is that state that should spend the money. Array, Lagos State just passed the law today. Good. Maiyegun Yala that is giving us ultimatum, telling us that where's that guy video again? This guy, Maiyegun Yala, I was telling us about how devilish the idea of banning open grazing, blah, 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 blah. Oh boy, then change story. I say, Lagos, you know what? We are trying to educate our people so that they will learn how to stay in one place, to roam cow. Oh boy, just within 48 hours. So Maiyegun that was bragging 2 days ago. Oh boy, story don't change. I don't know if they have told you. The story has changed now. They are now saying that they need time. They should give them small time. Maybe they just train their people to stop moving anyhow. That if they should just do what Lagos want to do now, oh boy, now 2 million naira will go to buy cow. I said, but that is good for Nigeria then. If we have to spend 2 million naira to buy a cow from Futa Jalon, Atifuta Sorrow, Atifuta Sadness, or wherever they come from, I mean, how come we no go Ekiti? All those cows, those ones will fly from America. They bring them from America. They got to Muritala. Instead of them to get jet lag, cows from America, only God knows how many hours. They jump onto the tarmac. They run. They are in Ekiti now. They are from America. For all of us to start patronizing Ekiti farm. There are many other farms in Yoruba land where they are rearing cows. Some people told me that there are cows, special cows from Biafra. I don't know why those cows are not being promoted. They said they are so nutritious. They are so local and strong, local breed. How come now the farmers in eastern Nigeria are not promoting them? Maybe it is time. Instead of us paying 2 million naira for a cow. So cow will just be the new oil. That's a bonus for them. Because Lagos don't pass the law. The governor will sign the law, maybe tomorrow, anytime from now. That one, they sweet my stomach. And that's why I told you, I said that my week is made, and I need to share that with you in order to hear your side too. Until when people started saying that Maiyegun, there is a petition online. Oh, petition again. There are so many petitions. So this petition is to make sure that Bokuwari, the Daura Secret Service, they must never arrest the person, the tailor that made Bokuwari's Isiagu dress today. I said, which petition again? To where? Let's say United Nations or something. I don't know. I don't know if you have seen the petition. I said, what's happened? They said, Baba, you never see this dress? As I've seen the dress. Say this dress was made by somebody who is a member of IPOB, who could not come out of the house, but in fact can still work from home. He got the job, and his own way to share his own protest was to use prodigious measurement for Bokuwari. It's a wickedness that was intentional. Whoever made this dress, I don't know if you have seen it. Okay, whoever made this dress,
that person, in my own opinion, that's what I said. I said, in my own opinion, the tailor is a IPOB member that is working from home. And there is no way these skirts, let me bring it closer because some people are like, the petition is important. If you come across it, please sign it. This tailor must not be arrested. When they brought it closer, they said, if we blame the tailor, what happened to the Mola Kuriajo that Boko Haram is now sampling? I said, well, that cannot be blamed on anybody. Boko Haram is a Fulani man. And in Yoruba land, we call this Mola Kuriajo. Until somebody said, Baba, you know, say Boko Haram not to trust everybody like that. The measurement they sent to the tailor is what the tailor used. And it was about the tailor. He won't use anybody he doesn't trust. You know, naturally, they said Boko Haram doesn't work with people he doesn't trust. Only people that Boko Haram trusts are the people that work closer, who knows the presidents are those who work with him. And they said, the man that made the dress is not the other person than the famous stylist, Abba Oshpopi or Oshkiari Abadi Taylor, whichever one that comes first. And no joke, it was an aberration that people were really, really angry that this does not represent the Biafrans, the Igbo culture. This doesn't look good. And many people agree. But some said, Maiyegun, leave the dress. They were telling us that Boko Haram came to Imo State to commission a tunnel. I said, yes. Say, Maiyegun, swear to God that Boko Haram came to commission a tunnel. I said, which one is swear to God? I get the picture here. Some said, Nagota. They say, Maiyegun, you see that hole where you see in front of this thing? Now the tunnel be that too. She tunnel not be something where people feel walk inside. So I don't understand what you mean. Maybe in a drainage tunnel. You say, Baba, if they remove that white thing where they over there, you go stone Boko Haram. I said, no wonder, no wonder. There is a fight in the government house today. They say special advisor to the hopeless governor of Imo State, a state that is supposedly to be a state led by APC, Egbe Al-Qaeda People's Congress. If you call them all past criminals, now you know. However, they were not happy. How could they spend 700 million? Starting from the image of the person where they spend the money on self, it don't show saying a waste. Which tailor you give this clothes to? This now expensive, but traditional wear. What is, you know what I mean? Like people normally like, you know, react and all of that. But it's not for these guys who really have to pay people to come from Kogi, pay for their wares, pay for their rooms, pay for food, transportation in this Buharinomic. Who they do all of that? How can you spend something where you say, you know, say, Papa, now flop? They are wasting people's money. And people are not happy, including the people that spend the money. You know, today in government house, after Boko Haram left. Sorry about that clip. It was a very poorly recorded one, but that's the government house, Douglas House in Owerri.
The royal fathers, somehow, they seem to just listen to IPOB, don't you think? Because how could the president of a big country like Nigeria come to town? And you don't see all the traditional rulers of Eastern Nigeria like the Obiofo. They say, no. They met later inside. I say, okay, now, indoor, what have you? But some of them had to stay away, including those who were like normal politicians that will come out and grace the whole place. But nevertheless, it was still pretty much a gathering, like a sort of a meeting of APC, what have you, and everybody they brought from outside the Imo State. The sit at home was excellent today. And just like I would always say, I've always been saying anyway, you should be proud of yourselves as a Biafran. You may not completely agree with the modus operandi, the modes of operation of IPOB. Oh, Baba, they are like this bone that you tie to the neck of the dog. And you know that a dog loves bones. Even if they're not going to eat the bone, they love biting it. And the fact that you can tie a bone to the neck of a dog, Oh, I don't think I've never been a dog. But I can't imagine how frustrating it's going to be. Something so close, but so far. That's what IPOB has become. And in other hand, it also exposed the hypocrisy of one Nigeria that your forebearers, my forebearers, believed they could help until they died. And that Nigeria remained and was. Do you get what I mean now? That's what IPOB, you may not like how they do it. You may not like some of their declaration. You may not agree with them so many times. But trust me, they are the only option that is not, they are not just helping the Biafrans. They are helping to expose the fragile, fraudulent contraption called Nigeria that has defied all solutions. Genius, brilliant people, lovely people, patriotic people. They've done everything. It no work. It no go work. And you never believed it. Like them, hate them, whatever, it doesn't matter. But respect them, appreciate them. Their effect is what is shaking Nigeria to a foundation, and it is for the good. It is for the good. Today, everybody now agree that they have to do something. They have to do something about Fulani terror. Before now, nobody want to talk about it. They were all politically correct. They don't want to be careful. Don't say that. If you say that, that's But these days, nobody they hide them anymore. Oh, thanks. So the IPOB, they paid the supreme price and they are still paying it. That's why I don't try to, patronize them. They don't need anybody's patronage. Like, hey, I love Biafra. They don't need it. What they need is just every little support you can give. If you don't agree with them, don't try to derail them. They are formidable than what you can think of. And I can tell you, they have caused the powerful people in Nigeria their worst nightmare, their worst dreams, their worst nights, especially for the past 6 years. You may not know. As they are looting Nigeria, They are doing everything to just give them a little bit of a leverage over the IPOB. They have nowhere to go to target them. That's why they go into people's homes to kill them. The people they are killing are the people they wanted to come and welcome Bukwari today. And just like a splash, they said, boom, don't come out. Don't let them feel so powerful, important. That's it. 700 million. People don't collect the money. Those where they hotel for Wiri right now, sharing room with their new partners for the night from the presidential visits, all the money, everything. But what purpose did that actually achieve? Why was Bukwari in Owerri today? It was not for any other thing than show of force. Somebody was singing for him, and I shared that earlier. Let me share that with you again. For the clarity, for the sake of this conversation tonight, there is no federal government, no single federal government project embarked upon by Bukwari's government that is worthy of him going there to even commission any of them. That is why he went there to commission to commission gutter drainage, and they called it a tunnel. President of Nigeria flew to Imo State, the place where he called them the 5%ers, the place he called them dot in a circle, and there's no single project. So if this Biafran says is inconsequential, there's no point. But we will do our sit at home as a protest to let him know that you are not welcome here. Nobody wanted you here except for those you paid and those who actually, even Opus or Dijo is working from abroad, is working from Abuja. The governor of Imo State doesn't live in Imo State. You know why? Nobody elected him. And that was why when Bukwari was there today, you would expect the president to say, I did this, we are doing this, we are doing that. But now Fege, Omo would dance small. Not to this, because their shame should be shaming everybody as we speak. But we'll see.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, his colleagues that have accompanied us here, I think I have to revert to the old saying that seeing is believing. I accepted this invitation to come to see what the Governor wanted me to see. And I have seen enough that justifies his integrity in making sure that he is working very hard to make sure that you get the structure necessary for you to build the oven. I am very impressed with what he has done because I have gone through the same problem at the center to make sure that infrastructure is what will enable the people to mind their own businesses. If there are no roads, if there is no security, what can people do? Absolutely nothing. I am very pleased that by some fabulous coincidence, my idea and that of your governor coincided. I am very pleased with what I have seen, and I assure you that at the center, I will try to encourage Imo State within the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I thank you very much for being lucky to have the break in the weather for us to...
Being lucky Somebody say he's assuring them. Really? Really? Oh, really? Well, it wasn't just that. You know, it was within the confinement of that small space they put him. And they even gave him, after putting Israel Gu on him, right? They also gave him offer, like a big chief of Igbo land. Now those guys, the 700 million naira reached their hands, oh, but they still feel like the thing no shark, no shark. That's why the guy the para for government house, Barros, he was angry. The thing no shark. They heal him, hype him. And what is all of this? Is this what we spend money on? No joke. But the part of the 700 million naira was where Ohaneze Ndigbo and the other Igbo leaders, as they will claim, just like we have them in Yoruba land, that's where they graced the occasion to host Bokuwari. Bokuwari kwenu, Bokuwari kudanu, Chineke na kpogi oku. Oshi. As usual. That's where they now put them. That's where they fettered them. You know what I mean? Tete. That's where they will be talking about. Sorry, you remember that my profile? I mean that document I sent to you. Do you see that my letter? Do you see that my email about that contract? I told you of the last time I was in Abuja. I can come down to Abuja the next time, Mr. President. I will bring all the royal fathers and all of us to come and see you just for visits and just for updates. Now, down inside that room, nobody see that they talk about Biafra or anybody there. They are talking about themselves. That's where part of the nobody say how they try to pronounce them phonetically. I am just trying to pronounce the way I read it. Chineke na kpogi oku. Somebody said that phonetically. Does that sound phonetically? Please, I'm trying to go and learn Igbo so that maybe I can start. You can be like, oh boy, I love Maiyegun. Maiyegun speaks Igbo. You know what I mean? So it's beautiful when you speak other languages, and the people who actually owns the language are like, really? Oh, really? That's so funny. This is where I still say how they talk rubbish. Somebody says it's phonetically. Just same way, assure you can also be a phonetical. It can actually be a phonetic in Fufude. I can assure you something that some of us feel like, no, that doesn't sound right. Assure is not in Fufude, it's English. Except if there's an adult assure. No, sorry that I do that all the time, right? Just deviate a minute before we get on. So they shall put all the drama together today, and hurriedly, when they realize, say, oh boy, time don't go, night don't they come, oh, carry this money come up for here before this our unknown gunmen that will put for this town will resume work because their time don't they reach. You know why I told you that unknown gunmen is the handiwork of the politicians in Imo State and across the eastern Nigeria, is the handiwork of the DSS, and is the handiwork of the Nigerian military and the Nigerian government all join. You get what I mean now? They will tell you that unknown gunmen, ungun no men, they enter police station. Police station.
Everybody run away. But all of a sudden, they will parade innocent people. No gunfight, so no nothing, no. Just arrested ESN IPOB member last night. Sure, you will get liver to enter police station. You can't go arrest them. No gunfight, no nothing. No police die. Tell me about it. Make that make sense to me. Because it don't make sense to me. That's why I said, now them they sponsored on gun, sponsor on gunmen, unknown gunmen, whatever you want to call them. Now them. And when they check that, oh boy, time not these boys go soon resume. And a VIP car and everything they tell them that the target. They go mistook you now. And they no kill this man going for you. Oh yeah, offer. Now, so evil left the town, and I bet the Biafrans and their ancestors who accepted today's procession was peaceful. No Biafran was attacked. No Biafran was killed. No Biafran or anyone was humiliated by this murderous team. Tomorrow will be a new day. You can go make your money, but please do not forget this person in your prayer. If they should come out tomorrow, they may arrest any tailor tomorrow and say, now this one, an IPOB member made this clothes. Pray that it will be the original tailor that actually made it. The one we hope that made the cloth is in fact the one that made the cloth. That is Abba Oshkiari the tailor or Oshkiari Abba the tailor, whichever one that comes first. Listen, the last time you saw the video of Osama Gumi, what do you call it? Yeah, Osama Gumi Gumi. I wanted to say Osama bin Gumi. Osama bin Gumi, that guy. He was at Igbo to mock the Yoruba people. To step right there on the graves of those killed by Boko Haris on gunmen, unknown gunmen that killed people inside Oloye Sunday Igbo. Listen. Gumi left the Kaduna where they are kidnapping every day school children. Over 1,400 of these school children are still in captivity today. Ransom being paid. And Gumi said, those who are kidnapping school children, they are doing it for business. He had the audacity to come down to Yoruba land. And he decided to go to Igbo in Oyo. To what? To tell us how united Nigeria must be. That was very offensive. A very, very offensive move. That didn't go well with many of us. And I don't think it's right. Until somebody said, oh boy, you don't get waiting they happen. You don't hear say, whether you cry from today till tomorrow. Now person will go die, oh. Bandit no they go anywhere. Say why? Say watch this.
The herdsmen, they are going nowhere. They are part of us and we are part of them. we must live with them. You can't drive them away, and they can't drive us away. They are our neighbors, so we should never allow them to be our enemies. And if by any mistakes, by our actions, we have turned them into enemies, then we are finished. Because our real enemy will use them against us.
70 years old man. But
and I was like, oh boy, that one deep. Oh. The confidence, the fact, he knows what he's talking about. Let me tell you, some of you may not really know who Gumi is. Gumi is a very, very powerful scholar. If it's in the good book of any government, forget it. His father was the former Grand Cadi. I don't know if I pronounce that right. Grand Cadi of the entire North, I was told. Maybe not, but at least in Kaduna. His own father, his own father understood the potency of using religion for political goal. And I'll tell you, when the politics became politics of numbers, true, do you know that formerly in northern Nigeria, women are not allowed to vote? Do you know? Even after independence, women were not allowed to vote. Now, Sheikh Gumi father, when they found out that, in Sharia, women are the property of the men, and as their wife, they have to be submissive and all that stuff. And they strongly believe that, yeah? Which is not bad. So they now said, in Sharia, women are not allowed to be exposed or to participate in decision making. It is wrong, it is haram. And that was what many probably believed until Sheikh Gumi's father, came back. He was of that belief too. But if they use that, only men will vote in their own area of interest, and they can never control that part of northern Nigeria then. And because people will listen to them, they came back, they said, women can vote. Now, Sheikh Gumi father changed that Sharia law to women can vote. In fact, women can be voted for. They can run for office too. That was how they managed to use all their women, all their wives, all their girls, everybody for election. And it made them, and that was what made Gumi a powerful cleric among their own flock. He has history. His father is renowned for that kind of influence. And for years, they control things. So if Gumi come around and he says something, and you say, hey, you're just saying nonsense, and okay, you may say he's saying nonsense, so but we have to do more than just saying that they are saying nonsense, like, we will not give you our money again. You cannot take this from our land again. If we say you should restructure and you don't even understand what that means, right? We will be doing it bit by bit. And want money. I'm not trying to raise my hope too high. But it's good to feel good. At least once in a while like this. This one makes sense. They are like talk and do. And that huge move from Lagos, Baba, is not just a move. If you know what political chess game is, political chess, people where they brag, don't they beg. As a move, if Niger Delta say nobody should come to our place again and take any oil, where do you think they will get the 30% they want to be paying to people that they said they will likely get oil in the future? 30% to people that will get oil in the future. They are paying them 30% from the profit of oil sold. And the people who get the oil, they will be collecting 3%. What if the Niger Delta say, okay, we too, we know they give you our this thing anymore. We no come here. If you come here, you go missing, no joke. You see how the bragging will change as well. Now, so gradually, all of us who found our ground
And maybe at the end of the day, the destination is actually seems so far. It's not too far. Oh, if we all begin to actually pay attention to some certain things. Oh, I just thought I should tell you. Get what I mean now? Thought I should tell you. And that is so impressive that I was like, okay. That's a good thing. Ondo State governor was the first one that was like, you dey crazy, if you talk to me like that. Even some way he could not say a word. Now newspaper, they respond. Baba, yet yala they behave. They can't give time now. Because Lagos State is like, if they see you with gun, whether you they use the gun or they use the gun, now 21 years old, you can't look like Fulani. Baba, forget time. They not go see you again. And trust me, Lagos no nice. And you can actually go off the radar if they want you to. Some said, Maiyegun, they no fit do am. I said, well, we thought they no fit do am. When the southern governors talk, Ondo State governors signed, they continue to threaten, intimidate, they have the number. And people are now telling them, you have the number to vote. How does that even make any sense? Just about 2-3 weeks ago, a group came out and they said, after Bukwari finishes his own term, the North will still do another 4 years to complete their term. It is then they can now think of whatever the South, you know what I mean? They were bragging. They said, if you don't believe in them, in the population of Nigeria, they have 150 million. So you have 150 million people, and you don't get money to feed them. The 150 million people can vote. You can get 50 million votes, 60 million votes, but you cannot get them to pay tax. You cannot get them to, you cannot see any VAT charges on them. What about the cows? If you like, sell the cow for 5 million. Now go to eat them. I can assure you of that. My people would rather just eat chicken. They have been campaigning for everybody to avoid cow anyway. They told me, when I was young, right? I used to read it that once you turn 30, you must stop eating egg. You must stop eating red meat. You must stop. I said, but what we can eat? Which level now? Oh, die now, die. Okay, live healthy, eat healthy, fine. But which level now? But with this level that Fulani want to go, but all of us go turn to white meat, chicken. They grow chicken. Everybody go to chop chicken. The fried chicken, cooked chicken, grilled chicken, bone chicken, boneless chicken. You know what I'm talking about? Chicken wing, chicken lap, all of you. Everybody will just go white and will live longer. In fact, it's even healthier. I mean, they've told us, they say white meat is better than red meat. Sell them for 5 million naira. And those who want chop meat, go know say they want chop gold. And a person will get money, they chop gold. They say, if you get a savings account, Congo Club, they sit for inside the VVIP. About waiting now, waiting you smoke. You do collect 30,000 naira alawi. You want to do Doremi. About which level now? Which will be your supplier? Now, so that they ask you. There's a person where no gets container for sea. No, they do doings anyhow. Now, people where they do doings. Now, people where get doings. I don't know that one. Sorry. But it's all about, why do you have to eat a 2 million cow? When no goofy, we can raise a goofy, we can raise this, so many things that we can actually use in supplement, in replacement rather. I'm just saying. You cannot say you have 150 million people that can elect anybody, anytime. But this 150 million people, they no fee pay. All of them, imagine this. Bukwari is the most intelligent person. The most is a genius. Even though he's the dumbest. To some of you, some of us believe that he's the dumbest, no doubt. Well, if you don't believe me, check the country he's leading. And maybe you believe me. But you see, as dumb as Bukwari is, he is the smartest among his followers. Listen to all of them. If a minister is not telling you that they are going to start producing pencil by 2019, Nigeria will begin to produce pencil. Another minister will probably be telling you how, what do you call it? How they fed school children on camera. Imagine me telling you that I feed 10,000 people with 100,000 pounds. Lórí irọ́. Confidently. Kí èèyàn pa irọ́ confidently. The person confidently lie. And, you know, a minister will say that 500 billion, we spent 500 billion in 3 days. It is the same place where they will tell you that what is wrong. A doctor can be a tailor. People should do other things. You know, Minister of Health telling people that if doctors know they get good pay, they should go and become tailor. In a country, poorest country, that long story. Buhari is the smartest among his followers. And it's so unfortunate anyway. There's something I want to pick up there. Thank you so much for your super chats. I missed that. And I don't think, let me see. Give me a sec. Chiwendu Igbaji. I saw that earlier. You're like a red oil in the future. 500 naira. I mean, thank you. Appreciate that, Baba. So Buhari is the smartest. These guys came out, they said the Nigerian population was 200 million. And out of that 200 million, they, in the north, they are 150 million. And you have a place where Buhari, who got elected, he said 97% voted for him. 5% didn't vote for him. That means the election was rigged. Because that would be a total of 102%. There's nothing like 101%, 102% in an election. Is that going to be 100% or anything less when you had everything together? But Buhari boldly went to America and he told them in America that 97% people who voted for him cannot be treated as 5% who didn't vote for him. And they clapped for him. The Mumu that followed him. Same Mumu came out 2-3 weeks ago and said, they have 150 million people that will always vote. Good. But when it comes to generating money to feed the people, how people live in an economy, 150 million people were able to generate less than 1 billion naira in a month. While 50 million people generate over 60 billion naira. And this 150 million people that can elect anybody to be president or anything, they will go hungry if the 50 million people decide that they are not giving their money again. So make the president of Nigeria possibly, they can elect him or her as long as they want, as much as the South will not be the one to fund it. And na gradual, because these people mad, goni, they mad, they crazy, giddy goni. And when you see those ones who are partnering with them and suddenly they are changing on to making some moves that's going to give everybody the real sense of belonging as a people from the southern Nigeria to say, okay, so now this money then they take since, no give them again. So we expect all the southern states now, or your state, Sheyi Makinde, Dubious Dakpo, Ogun, no vex. That's what they call you, Dubious Dakpo. What are you doing about the VAT? Ogun State is considered as, the state with the highest registered companies in Nigeria. Ogun State. No joke. Some people said, Maiyegun, now because of this this fraudulent data of Nigeria, have you been to Aba? Have you been to Onitsha? I said, I haven't. I've passed there. But no be me talk na their data talk and I am from Ogun State and I can also tell you a little bit. Just like you are from Onitsha, you are from Aba and you know all those businesses, no doubt. But anyway, Ogun State self go collect bar, Aba go collect bar, keep the bar in Ogun State, keep the bar in Aba. What would they take and run them first until we build enough forces as we are doing right now, to completely wash them off, They make the job easier gradually. Toju, my Oga from Canada, see Toju. Tuale, Maiyegun General, for your great work, honestly. I would like to host you for our summer barbecue in Toronto. I would love to come to Toronto someday. Maybe we should try something next year. I've been thinking about it. Maybe I will have a chance of leaving work and go away for a month. I'll tell you. Somebody said, Maiyegun, don't tell anybody where you are going. I was like, come on. I know they go Africa. I can go anywhere else, can't I? Thank you, Toju. Yetunde Odugbeson, thank you, ma, for that. Your super chat, super sticker. Thank you. And I think I got another one from somebody earlier, and that is Adebambo Olugbebi. Thank you. So I'm going to open my line. I want to take calls tonight. I've done my own part, which is an hour. Thank you, by the way. So now I'm going to listen. Do me a favor. When you call in, listen to your phone, okay? And, make it snappy so that we can have a lot of people to call in, okay? And I'm so sorry sometimes if the conversation or what somebody is saying is so interesting that you want them to finish, yeah? They can go over time, okay? But let's just do it the way we do it. I'll be the anchor. Don't worry. I'll handle it well. Thank you. And I think I have my first caller tonight. Is that Princess? Yeah.
Yes,
tonight must be a good night. You actually made it the first call.
Yes.
How are you?
Good evening, Maiyegun. I'm fine, dear.
I'm very well. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So did you start with us, by the way? Because it's been a long time. I've been talking since. And it seems that people are just there laughing. And we're not supposed to be laughing, Princess.
Is it not funny? We must live with them and they must live with us.
They're not going anywhere.
They can't chase us. They are not going anywhere. Of no point.
Honestly, because sometimes we need to acknowledge these things, Princess. They are big.
They didn't shout, ball. Undeal mercilessly, silently. That's very good. They can bring them to their news. We know that. So Gombe State, Bauchi State, is not as big as Alimosho local, but the population of Bauchi State is not as big as Alimosho, is not as much as Alimosho local government. They have to remove Gombe State out of Bauchi again.
And all over the leprous fingers, they are now the leprous fingers telling us that Nigeria is not negotiable.
Now, Governor, President Kotonu ni Dasoroi. Got to my city on the 15th.
Really?
Igbowo we go, yes. Igbowo we go to court. Yeah?
Oh.
Whatever the court decide, that's what Cotonou president will do. He even said he would prefer to give him asylum in Cotonou.
Yeah, that kind of
put him on a plane
Princess,
going back to Germany.
Princess, I'm sorry to interrupt you, yeah? Just that news kind of got me emotional. It seems to be one of the best news I've always wanted to hear, like, when is it going to be? And you just dropped that like it's nothing there. Go on.
The court will sit on the 15th.
Amazing.
They will sit. Yeah. Because Cotonou president said when he came to Nigeria, Baba was looking at him as if he came to beg for something. He felt very embarrassed. So it's his payback time. I've been saying it. You see this government? I love whatever it is they are doing. Maiyegun. I am very fortunate and happy to be in this generation.
Me too.
And I will not take it for granted. And I'll play my part.
Yes.
And I will stand on my two ground that yes, I came, I saw, and I conquered. We will conquer this bastard.
Mm-hmm.
It is a known fact. We will do it. You know those old men, the attitude of old men that, very obstinate human being kind of attitude. Our attitude with it.
Princess, I get in you.
I have told my friends.
Yeah, stubbornness to change.
I've told my friends, Maiyegun, you cannot train your children the way your parents trained you. The world your parents trained you for is not there anymore.
Wow, that is deep.
The way we are now, Maiyegun, you have to have 2, 3, 4, 5 businesses to be able to live in this country.
No doubt.
I have a farm. I have other places that we sell generators. I have other places that we do so many other things. You have to have 4, 5 businesses. That's a Kosiwala. Gumi, when Gumi is coming to the south, Gumi should announce, and it should come to Mopo all, Nibadon.
Okay.
Toba Malaju, I assure him, by the time Gumi will open his eyes, 72 virgins will be undressing him in heaven.
Right.
That I can beat my chest to say. So thank you, Maiyegun. Let me give
just make it quick for them and the rest. God bless you, Princess. You are the first caller, and that
You're
was
welcome,
amazing.
Baba, you're
you
welcome.
See that news, I'm going to feed on it. Oh, you will hear from me.
Of course, my sit in the 15th.
Thank
yeah,
you.
they'll sit
You
on
have
the
a good
15th.
one.
Yeah, you're welcome
Thanks
there.
so much,
Yeah, Baba.
Princess.
Yeah.
That's Princess Balogun. I have, that call dropped. Sorry if I picked your call and then it dropped, okay? I am going to take it again if it comes on. Baba T, thank you. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
Oh, I'm Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
This is Yima.
Yima, good do, my brother. How is the baby?
Hey, yo, boy, the guy we listen to you all the time.
You don't drag
every time
already,
he's on my chest. He's on my chest when I'm listening to you.
Bless you. How is the mom?
She's fine. She's doing good.
And how are you?
She's fully recovered. But I just did one side. At the chop popcorn, they watch the movie as they go up on Nigeria.
As predicted, you don't pan out, Baba. Right?
And they laugh there.
Over to you.
The last time I called you, I was ranting on the phone, and I said that, man, this movie they do, Mazin and Nigeria has just shot himself in the foot. And I went back to this guy, I was reading the comments, somebody said I should shut up. I just did laugh. I said, you idiot, you don't know what is going on. You see, Gumi, could it by Baba? Well, any man, why you no go there when Sunday go there? Why you go where Sunday go there?
They no bonam. That's how it happen.
Well, any man, because you stand there without that one way the speaker says
it was intentional, right? Give me a second. Some people may not know what you are talking about and why you feel that way. Okay, just 1 second. All right, hold on. They don't go anywhere. Yima.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we have visited this town, Goho, which one is a Muslim community, and we can see some cattle grazing in their courtyard. This is a place where I think Nigerians need to understand that we need to live together, because I've seen nothing here that can warrant people to agitate that they should be separated from our beloved country, Nigeria. Professor Osman Yusuf, I don't know whether you have anything to say.
Yeah, this is Igoho, made famous by a detainee in Benin Republic. Nigeria is one and will always remain one. We're just from the hinterland where we've seen example of how people should live, right? And this is why we're here. Nigeria is our country, and we are working to see how we can all come together, all faith.
Yima, are you there?
Yeah, Baba.
I hope you watch that. Just for the sake of our listeners, the video of them at Igbo in Oyo State, where they mocked, not just Sunday Igbo, they mocked the Yorubas. But we'll go talk. Go on, Jima.
Yeah, my brother, they are mocking themselves. Are mocking themselves. The pack of cards is falling down on them, and they are just doing braggadocio. It is obvious. It is obvious. You can't. Why you no go there when Sunday go there? Now my own question is that why you no go there when Sunday go there house? Why decide say until when Sunday go they go attack and they then this people God will punish all of them. I always keep saying that it don't see. Stand up for IPOB. I salute them.
Trust me.
For what they did today. Stand up for them. I believe. Go down. Everybody, quiet. You could tell that was a rented crowd. You could just tell that was a rented crowd. With the charade. The guy won't cut out. Don't blame me for. Now so it's just they move. You know that the unknown gunmen or gunmen.
Anybody can come anytime. Make them no conscious shit for the day. But they no go and FSSC. You know what I'm talking about? It's a shame. Number one citizen of a country, and the people of that region chose to stay away as a protest. They say it no mean anything.
Doesn't that tell you something? Are you that dumb? Are you stupid? Doesn't that tell you that there's something wrong? Me now, my own be say, make autumn, make it leave husband, and me himself arrange that, make many people to begin the chop their own from their yam, when they sell, and oranges, and the agricultural products who they sell for Benue State. Oh yeah, begin collect VAT on that one, begin use that for your own house. Stop funding insecurity.
You know what I mean? No free money. Once the source of free money stop, so
the big military alliance now begging.
Will stop.
No more braggadocio talk again.
No, they don't beg.
Baba, make I leave other callers. Thank you very much for your work.
Yeah, you are so welcome. So my regards to the family.
We appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, they're here.
You have a good one. Right. Sorry, guys. Yima is an old timer, and it's good to hear from him. Hello there. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Maiyegun.
That's great.
General.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Gentleman calling from London.
I know. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you?
Very well, thank you. You have the floor.
I'm fine. Yeah, you see, power without control is useless. You see what they are doing? They are flaunting their power, their muscle. You understand? But I tell you, surely they're gonna fail. Because the power they have, they don't know how to use the power. They are mismanaging the power. And the whole world is looking at them. Look at what CNN said about them yesterday. They are not ashamed, and they are still making a kind of different kind of species without shame. Look at Gumi going to a Yoruba land, the whole Yoruba land. Yeah. Oh my God, the Awolowo land that got the first television in the whole Africa. You know, even before France. Unbelievable.
That's what
let me tell you, Maiyegun.
I know.
Maiyegun, let me tell you. See what is holding Nigeria now is if the military, the Hausas in the military, if the Hausas in the military realize that Fulani is using them, the day they realize that Fulani is using them, even against their own people, that day, Nigeria, everybody will go to their tent. You understand? Because only the military is what they are using to hold Nigeria. Everybody is tired of Nigeria. Because everybody have known now that Nigeria is a scam. You know? So they are fooling themselves. They are buying time with all that they are doing. Maiyegun, God bless you.
And you too.
You see, social media is a basket mouth, and we thank God that they cannot close our mouth with the social media.
No, they can't.
You know, the power we have on social media, which we are using, oh my God, you know, is so powerful that whatever, all their propaganda, all has been destroyed.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Maiyegun.
You're
Keep it up.
so welcome, Prince
I'm so happy to speak to you tonight.
So, I mean, likewise, you know, it's a pleasure hearing from you again. Hope you're fine.
And I'm also assuring you I may be in Scotland for your protest.
That would be great. But don't tell anyone yet. I mean, maybe don't tell them until they are close to Scotland. Don't tell them where they're going. Or maybe you should tell them. Or, I don't know. But I would love to see you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Thank you.
Yeah.
Prince
You're welcome.
You have a good one. So I have another caller.
Yes. I mean,
hello there.
Maiyegun, I bet we can greet my Igbo guys, man.
Oh yeah,
Igbo
fire
bueno. Igbo bueno.
Hey.
Bueno.
Hey.
Igbo bueno.
Hey. Thank you.
Maiyegun.
Sir.
Before I will greet you, let me talk to my Igbo brother.
Again, go on.
For every Igbo man who has sense, they should listen to what I will tell them tonight. Before Noah's ark, there was never a rain on earth. According to the Bible, the history we read. The plants germinated through dew. The first time it rains in the world on earth was during the Noah. Which is why people wasn't believe. They refused to believe that it would be actually rain.
Right.
So when they start seeing the rain, they want to join the ark, but the door has been shut on them. So now, during the Gandhi, all those Gandhi of the India, all those, we have read a lot of history, we have watched documentary, we have listened to some, whatever you can call it, histories, stories. There's never an history written down that they said sit at home. If any Igbo man have a deep understanding of what they are doing, they will continue. The future is at hand, though. I'm a Yoruba man, Akure to be precise, and I will die as an Akure man. Brother, this thing they are doing, it has never been written in any book. Maybe you know book passing, my brother.
I mean, it's so incredible, honestly. And I mean, you know, the level of promptness when they make such announcement, the compliance, or more, even government no fit tell people to stay home on environmental day.
It has never been written. It has never been written in any history book.
I've never read about it.
In the next 2030, as I used to say, people all over the world will come to Biafra now to come and study. How did they manage? Who created that? Like Otoge of Kwara. Do you remember?
I do.
This is history in making. Now, that's aside. I don't see this. In fact, I buy my small stuff to be inside my shirt now.
Oh, yeah.
Now I go to cool my body down. This night.
But nobody take the normal. I get that. I wish I could.
Oh boy. Nigeria, the yam pepper scatter. Nigeria don't scatter. Now, go back to Yoruba. You see the Gumi terrorist. Do you know that Gumi is a retired soldier?
I heard that too.
Not you heard that he's a retired soldier before he joined all these things. The guy is a strategy making for all these Boko Haram and these people.
So he understands their moves, their terrain.
If you doubt me, if you doubt what I'm saying, if somebody can raise money, let us invite private investigator. You will find 100% the hand of Gumi in every atrocity that is happening in the north. I'm telling you, the guy is part of the strategic master planning of all these things you are seeing. So for him coming to Igboho,
man, that's like taking it too far now, isn't it?
No.
So
brother, you have said it. They have cheated in their pants. The flies are now following them up and down. Do you see just 2 cards? Yoruba is playing 2 cards. Now, the first person I respect in Yoruba land, do you know? Among all these our current politicians, Aketi. During the election, I supported him for the second time.
Aketi.
People ask me when I call people, you should vote for him. They say why? And I say, look, Jegede is from Akure. I am from Akure. I'm not a bastard, but there's something you need to put in consideration before you vote. They say what? And I told them, I said, look, Jegede speaks Hausa fluently. When it comes to some decision, his emotion will never allow him to make a correct judgment. Because I myself, I spoke, I'm a good speaking of 4 different languages, brother, including Arab. So whenever I see Arab people, there's still that softness in me, which is why I consider Aketi that time. I respect him, number 1. Number 2, do you see Fayemi of Ekiti? There's a strategy he plays. The cow that are running around the tarmac. Brother, you will know what I'm saying. I don't want to analyze it.
I am with you now. That's why I mentioned the Ekiti farm now. If them block all the cows, you go to Ekiti and buy the cows.
You know, sometimes we speak in code. You know, you understand.
I'm with you.
Now, the third one. Look at Lagos now of recent. Law, open grazing.
Some said it be like say Tifnumbu don't know, say game don't end. Don't tell him, boy, say, boy, all of you go do what you have to do. No more yama, no more.
Is it not 4 days ago that I called you? Is it not 4 days ago that I called you? I said, let everybody live to know good. He will be the last person to support us. Brother, 2022 masquerade dance will be so fantastic.
Yeah.
Who that laugh first will look last. It won't last. Brother, let me give the other.
The masquerade dance first. Now audience will be last.
It will look. Yeah, somebody will laugh past me.
Yeah.
Oh boy, who's one monkey?
You are our in-house CIA, Interpol, MI6. You are all in one.
I told you
and your informations are quite, I have to say, they are kind of.
It takes somebody who has knowledge to understand me decoding something.
And since we are getting more now.
It's not underground. Brother, there's a lot happening underground. There's some analysis that I cannot open my mouth to say. Brother, yes, forget that Yoruba want to fight Yoruba messing up each other with our politicians, especially Baba Obasanjo. But I will tell you one secret today. If Obasanjo, if he stand here, I will ask him, he should go agitation to share them. But he wasn't believed that agitation will go far. He was part of the beginning. Obasanjo was part of the beginning of agitation. But
they didn't believe that people would take it this far. JJ,
no, brother, let's leave the rest.
Let me hear from others because
thank you so much.
God bless you. JJ, you have a good one. So I have another caller.
Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Maiyegun.
Don't change that voice. Ahmed. Is that Ahmed?
Yes.
Thank you very much. That I actually caught you in time, right? Because you're about to change it. No, I would have been like, so, how are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. How about you?
Not bad. At least I'm here. Still here. Anyway, so thank you.
So first of all, I say to my Igbo brother, The Igbo feel be like on our own, but the little one where I hear, make I just talk and small.
Oh yeah, nah.
Go on. I feel now handle. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. May God bless all the Biafrans. May God bless all the Yorubas. May God bless us. All the freedom, like all the lovers of freedom.
That's right.
So, what did they happen? You know, like I used to say, na time. Small. We decline bam. A road to freedom is always rough. They meet obstacles from everywhere. But if you're seeing victory, you'll be seeing signs. Like if you I go signs, different places, you'll be seeing signs. And that is what's happening.
Following you, Ahmed.
Can you imagine a whole president when he went state, when he went to Kano, look at them, the way they came out, all of them. See, Baba, all this
Kano
time
people
nonsense.
are persuasive. Even in Kano, Ahmed, they were actually paying people to come out. Can you believe that? In Borno, they were paying people to come out.
Yeah, apart from even paying them, you know, they will tell them, this one is your own. So you know, if you do this, they will laugh you, this, that, those kind of things. But the Biafrans, it shows how determined they are. And this one is a strong message to everybody that thinks like, oh, these people, sure that they call an online country. They don't see say now in a reality country. It will shock everybody when they see
politicians told Buhari that he should come. We'll give you we'll give you the royal. Oh boy, now to go and embarrass the old Maiyegun. Honestly speaking, look at
and he was
now
embarrassed.
talking about the clothes.
He was
about
so embarrassed.
Man, come on.
He was so embarrassed, and I was happy, so happy. And with all the development coming up, Lagos State imposing their own VAT, all this. Anyway, it's a good thing for us. At least we are going somewhere. Like you say, even people don't believe it. I don't really believe it that much, but at least for them to be able to take a bold step like, yes, we are going to do it. It gives these people sleepless night. Like,
change value.
Game don't they change. So they will never be like, it's now that the suspicions will grow more and more. We suspect everybody. You start suspecting everybody that they see around them from the south. It will be there will be suspicious
all of you are just here for now. Maybe one day now, all of you are going to go back to that south. You are not going to come back to Abuja again. You will just tell all of us that bye you. We don't do.
Of course. So the game now is for the southerners to watch. We should keep watching. Be very, very vigilant. We should be very, very vigilant because there are more things to come. I see a lot of things that will happen. More things are to come. I won't say more than that, Maiyegun. Thanks for the good job. Ọlọ́run ọba ìyanu ó máa máa ṣàánú wa. Amadele lè rí lágbára Ọlọ́run gbogbo wa.
Inshallah. No, thank you so much, Ahmed. You have a good one, okay?
All right.
Let me take another call. I've got I don't know if that's hello, sir.
Hello. One name.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is Osita calling from Atlanta.
Professor Osita, the professor of words. The fear of me tonight.
Anyway, I've been kind of busy and all this while.
How are you?
But I will always put you in my prayers because you've been able to institutionalize the minds of people towards one particular content. It's not easy.
Thank you.
That is the reason I pray that all of us, most people, will walk in line with your ideology. You are not forcing people, you've never forced people to embrace what you preach. That's the reason I tell you you are a real Christian. You don't force people to listen to you, but gradually it sinks into everyone.
Thank you.
I've been wanting to talk about the one guy that you call Philip that calls on your program.
Okay.
I believe the last day he actually called on this program, the encounter you had with him.
You're talking about Philip?
Really? Yeah, really. I want to talk about Philip, which is different Philip. You could have most of them around. I want you to understand something, that people are paid either physically or they are paid psychologically to come up against your program on air. Let me tell you, the ones that are being paid psychologically are the ones that their parents were part of the troubles that we are going through right now, the injustice. I wonder how a grown-up man, I don't want to use big word here, a grown-up man will come to the TV and tell you, I went to Nigeria, I virtually traveled around everywhere. I wonder who is going to come on air and start saying all those things. Did he come to Olu, where I come from, to know what happened in Olu? Did he go to Ibarapa to know what happened in Ibarapa? Did you go to Southern Kaduna to know what went on in Southern Kaduna? Then all you did was to come on air. I believe he's watching your program, and
obviously it does.
Right
yeah,
now.
I think he's a regular too.
Yeah, that is the reason I'm talking to him right now. Has he been able to check all those people to find out the truth instead of coming on air shamelessly?
And he said we are only exaggerating it. That's what he said. We are only exaggerating
he's saying that the blood of people, and he's saying the blood of human beings is an exaggeration. That is what his mother that had him in her tummy for 9 months taught him, and the father who actually fathered him, that is what his father told him, that when they are talking about the blood of human beings, that means it's an exaggeration.
It's an exaggeration.
Even right there in the Old Testament of the Bible, the people of those times, they used the blood of rams, bulls and rams to appease God.
That's right.
And you think the blood of human being is not important?
I actually thought every religion believed that human life is sacred, that therefore we must protect it.
As he is watching this program today, I remember the word of Simon Ekpa to Shehu Akimbolawi of Channel TV.
Yeah.
I pray to God that Fulani headsmen will visit his town, will visit his people, so that by then the father and the mother that refused to tell him the truth while they were raising him, they will come back to him and tell him the truth, that this is what we actually encountered. That is stupid. That is stupid.
I couldn't even stomach him that day. I had to tell him that we need to stop now.
In my life, I have never seen somebody so stupid like that. And you are there in the United Kingdom. I've lived in the United Kingdom. I lived in the United Kingdom for 6 good years. It is the most freest of all nations in the world. You can't even compare it to the US. There is more freedom and liberty in the UK compared to the US. You are there. You are enjoying everything that the government has to give to you. And you are there. People are being deprived of common security. Security is common when you have a good government. You deprive those people of those things, and yet you are supporting the evil day.
And he said it was an exaggeration.
Has proclaimed that is exaggeration. When it comes to him, let it be exaggeration upon his life.
No, we just have to exaggerate it too, you know. I mean, somebody traveled from the UK, from London to Nigeria to go and bury her mom. Yeah, a lovely mom. Our family members, a lovely family, they were with her, and it was great. Then she was traveling from Lagos to Ibadan. They killed her in the presence of her children, 2 kids. They killed her there. But good enough, they didn't kidnap the school, the children. Now, she's not returning back to the UK. She's never going to come back here to tell her story. No.
You know, so that is what it is. That is his own part. The second one, today we saw the operation, what do I call it? Operation
Ghost
Greedy
Towns
Money
or
Queen.
anything. Go on.
Operation Greedy Money Queen in Owerri. We saw it today. That particular place, I know it very well. That particular place. Nothing was actually done there. That thing they showed everybody. That's the reason, if you look at the camera, the video was, they didn't bring the video close to what the gutter, that is just the gutter. They didn't bring the video close to the gutter.
By the way. It is so unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. Let me tell you what they came for. What he came for was to come and assess the job being done.
I believe.
In order to give Fulani people land. But I'm telling you, he went back home. He went back to Abuja very disappointed.
I could tell.
Because he saw the resistance clearly written on the face. Even of those few people that they bribed to come there, he saw the resistance on their face.
Osita, you know what somebody told me? Somebody said, you know, Opus Odejo is a fraudster. That it took 700 million of Imo State people to arrange this charade. Because, like Ebonyi, it was meant to be a return of 6 billion for Ruga. Now, the investment is shaky now. Because people like say, no go as planned today.
This is somebody I know very well. When you talk about fraudster, maybe what he is, that is actually his job. You remember the former governor of that state, Rocha?
Okorocha.
When he was having problem with Rocha, there's something that Rocha said that everybody knows each other, and I know where your case file is. That case file has something to do with fraud before being a politician. So he knows that very well. So, but as it is today, we have seen they are failing. The Janjaweed, the Zoo Nation is failing. They are failing. They are all afraid. Gradually, your message will sink into the hearts of every leader. They watch your program they watch what your members are always commenting about.
They read.
These people, gradually, it started with Wike now. He's coming up. He came up with his own ideology of the back. Lagos State took two. It is gradually, before you know it, the whole state in the south will do the same.
Will detach. And that's the beginning.
Then the Kano Kaduna that has a little will want to do the same. Then the problem will start within them. I promise you this, you will see the way it's going to end.
Thank you very much. God bless you. And it's such a wonderful pleasure to hear from you again. You have a good one, sir. I have another caller. This time I'm having connection issue, so we're gonna wait a bit. That didn't go well, so I'm gonna right. Hello there.
How are you doing, Maiyegun?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Wow, I am very well too. Thank you. My name is Adeola. I'm calling from Canada.
Adeola
it's my
from
first time
Canada.
calling.
Sorry?
It's my first time calling. I don't want to go into all of the. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so I couldn't even believe when I got through.
I'm so sorry. But
I
it's
don't
a
want to
pleasure
go
hearing
into.
from you anyway. So take your time, okay? You are live now.
Thank you.
So fire on, sir.
I don't want to go into all of the things that I know that everybody has told you about. I watch you all the time, and
thank you.
You do a good job. But I don't want to, I don't want to waste anybody's time.
I know you don't. You want to mind your time. Go on, please.
Correct.
I want to bring in one perspective that, that I hope people just settle down and receive well, is that when we are outside, like, and this, I have practicalized this, what I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
When we are out of our own kind of zone, so, Oduduwa, Biafra, and we're in the world, just like this 1 million march.
That's right.
The front that I like that we take is southern Nigeria, which is an imaginary map that actually would even include the people of southern Kaduna, if you will, Gombe, and all these, people that consider themselves middle belt. And the reason I say that is it presents us, number one, I'm in Canada, people ask, it's not unusual here, people ask you, oh, where are you from?
Right.
If I say I'm Oduduwa, it doesn't like cut it. It's either they move on or they're like, what's this saying? But once you say you're southern Nigeria, then they want to know about, I thought there is Nigeria. Is there South Nigeria? Then you have an opportunity there to educate them. I find that, if you're hard, and I'm not suggesting that or mapping things out for people to say, forget your Biafra or whatever. But this, the first battle is to get recognition from the, from the world.
That's right.
That recognition with a kind of nomenclature or name that people can relate with and doesn't look like, balkanized all over the place, does really help.
You are so right, Adeola. You are so right. Yeah, and I'm so happy that you actually suggested that, and on this program too. Okay, see, people have already said to put up this fight genuinely, we need everybody from the savannah down there to us in the south, people from the middle belt, because without breaking that homogeneous mentality of the north, which doesn't exist, there is not going to be an easy way of breaking away from Nigeria. So the perspective from the angle you are seeing it from now is what is it going to be like, an outlook there, the acceptability, the easy way to bring the world to who we are, to start
for people to relate to
Southern
it. Exactly.
I agree with you. Go on.
And people, begin to ask you questions.
Then you can then educate them about where you come from there.
Correct.
And, about Biafra, about what to do a nation.
And it's an identity. It's an identity that is so different than the core Sharia norm. You cannot begin to talk about the people that are liberal Muslims with God, liberal Christian, completely different people. So you got an opportunity there to now tell them what the actual problem is, without going into, I am Biafra, I am this, I am that. The rest of the world don't care about that, to be honest with you. Then when we come back and win the first battle, people can go into their Biafra and what. But for the first level of having people listen to
solidarity,
you, we need that. And what do we have in common? We are liberal-minded people. We are not killers. We are not these. We are Christian, Muslim live together. We are, we are civilized. We are open to Western civilization and all those kind of things that, that is common amongst us. And this is why we are saying these other people are different. So,
and we're not actually saying they can't do what they want. They can do whatever they want, but they shouldn't impose it in a way that, for example, if you want to serve, lead a country with religious worldview, you must have money to run such country or such idea or project. You can't be using other people's money to run a system that alienates them. In fact, that actually endangers us. That's what it is now. Religious mentality, fanatics, extremists, lording it over us. So I agree with you.
Well, yeah, because they actually do not think, we have to understand that they don't think, they actually feel superior to us, to be honest.
That's right.
They actually feel superior to us. These guys would actually think that these people are drawing us back. If they close their eyes and open their eyes, they are looking for a Nigeria that everybody is marrying their 13-year-old girl, is dressing like they dress, is, doing exactly. So we're actually very different people. And this is cutting across from the whole of what I am saying that imaginary line of southern
I
Nigeria.
love that.
And
I actually wanted to mention
identity.
that too, that when you started, you said, can we have, call it imaginary, we can have something that can make us, whether you are a Biafran, whether you are from the Yoruba nation, out there in the diaspora, anyone who is asking, where are you from? Oh, I'm from the southern Nigeria.
Correct.
And they can then be like,
you begin to see.
Do you have southern Nigeria? I
You
thought
begin
it's
to
Nigeria.
see people accept. Exactly. And I've done it. I've actually practicalized it. And you see people, I thought it's Nigeria is just one country. Then you sit down, you have an opportunity to now explain to the person and say, oh yeah, it's one country, but the southern people are different. The people you hear about Boko Haram, we are different. We are not like that. We are, and before you know it, people begin to appreciate, where this dichotomy is and the real nature of the problem in that place.
More better
I thought I should just share.
I love that, Adeola. In fact, I'm so glad that on Maiyegun's Diary Politico, right? I have a lot of people who actually watches my videos. They pay attention to everything. And on Maiyegun's Diary Politico, we have found that somehow, great mind, like minds, think alike, they say, right? Maiyegun can help to hit the subconscious mind. Most of what I say are what most of you are thinking about. But it's just that when we begin to talk, our ideas will begin to, I say, Maiyegun is talking like something I've been thinking. Then that's it. So we are blessed. And that's why we call it the diary. Everyone can listen to this anytime. God bless you, Adeola.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate
pleasure.
it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much for the effort. And God bless you. You have a good one.
Bye.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. There I have another caller.
Oh,
just before we round up. Hello there.
Yeah, Maiyegun General.
Is that Ikpagu, my brother?
Yes, I am the one. Thank you very much.
God
I don't know why we always get with the old callers. We always find a way to get you on the phone.
Let me tell you, right? So many people try to. I have about 7,000 missed calls. Sometimes, some people will try for 5 times, 10 times. But you see, some of you are really veterans. It's like you just put your hands on the redial forever.
Oh, I'm telling you, that's how we do it.
But some people, when they try 2-3 times, they're like, it's too busy. I'm just going to continue watching. But it's I think that's the trick because it's busy. But go on. You are going to be my last caller tonight as well. Okay.
Thank God.
Yes, you are going to be my last caller. My time is up. But fire on.
There's this brother that called from Akure. I've always listened to that brother from Akure. Do you understand? I don't know if it's going to be possible for you to host him one day. That guy has a lot of information. I don't know him. I've never,
No, don't do that. JJ is like our own anonymous, right? JJ is like the puzzle. Somebody that will try and give you an idea of a puzzle. Okay, if you are smart enough, it doesn't take much.
This while I've been listening to him.
Can't expose him.
Yeah,
don't do
whatever
that.
I listen to him, I must get one or two things. And whatever, any information he passes to you, something must come up. Something must surely come to fulfill. I've been listening to him, and whenever I listen to him, I used to keep my ear very down to hear everything that he's going to say. And I'm grateful that we have such a person.
Aren't we blessed? Maiyegun's Diary Political with all of you.
I'm telling you, we are blessed. We are blessed. Maiyegun, listen, somebody say, hey, I can do it. I want to gist you. So they said that it's very simple to do. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do it the other way? I called for a family meeting. I called for a family meeting. I hosted a WhatsApp group for a family. Could you believe that nobody, people were questioning me, why did you do it? Why did you do that? And I was can't imagine, how was Maiyegun Diary able to gather this population? How was Nnamdi Kanu able to gather millions of people? Whenever he says something, they will listen to him.
Right.
It's not easy, my brother. It's not easy.
I can tell you about
it's
that.
Not
it's
easy.
not easy. Well, sometimes when you do it, it becomes so natural.
Yes.
It just becomes so. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to make things up.
Yeah.
Since you don't make things up,
I'm telling you.
You know what I mean now? Bless you. Continue.
Yeah. So my leader is in detention right now, and whenever something is being said, and everybody follows that. Look at how we disgrace the mannequin, like you used to call him today.
Now the Daurame God. Go on.
Yeah, there's one thing we do in Igbo land. Like now, if you have a visitor, a very prominent visitor in your house, Your mom has to spread her clothes on the floor for the visitor to step on it, to show acceptance, to show that they welcome that person with one heart. And your mama will dance. Your mom will dance for you. Maybe your mother have not seen you for years, and whenever you visited, and your mom will dance for you. If your mama did not dance for you and they did not spray clothes on the floor for you to step on, you are not welcome. Did it happen today in Imo State? Did you see our mothers dance today? They did not dance because they are.
Bukwari came out of the plane. Bukwari came out of the plane. He raised his offer. He look around. He see empty places. He put them down. The guy just, see the video. That's the only video I didn't share with all of you tonight. It's so funny, right? I'm going to try and get it sometimes. Continue.
We have disgraced them, and this has shown that the people have power. We, the people, have power. Only that most people don't understand the power we have. We have power to say enough is enough. We have the power to control those people in the power because we are the one that put them there to represent us.
That's right.
Do you understand? But they are playing God. Only that we don't know our rights. We don't know. I'm just generalizing it. We don't know our rights. Do you understand? But we are taking it back gradually. And I want to thank this little hitler in River State. I don't agree with people on so many things.
In Yoruba land, they say that's when they do evil, still they do good. They go come make you stay confused where you want take undo them. Now that kind of people you go they say, Papa, stay in one place, no confuse this thunder. So that if you want stay left, stay left. If you want stay left, man will know where to direct this. But you are right. That was a shocker. It was a deal breaker.
I don't agree with him in so many things. But I appreciate him for what he has started doing. Because we have endured this nonsense for years, and it cannot continue. I don't care. I am from Anambra. If my state cannot be able to look inward and generate something and put something on the table, let us remain poor. I'm saying it. Let us remain poor because for some people, Lagos cannot be sacrificing their own tax. Sacrificing their own sweat.
How can Anambra be poor? The same Anambra, it'll be rude.
I am not saying
for it. No, I'm just saying. I'm saying that it's today now. Anambra is poor. You are right. Anambra is poor today. Obaino don't run the place down. No doubt. But I'm just asking that how did Anambra become poor?
To pay for ourselves.
No.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. Go on. Yeah. Okay. So how can I Lagos State be sacrificing all the income they have to fend for me in my own state? What have I have to offer? What made me a state? Why should I exist in the first place if I cannot be able to pay salary? If I cannot be able to develop my state? And I said, I'm waiting for Lagos State, I'm waiting for Rivers, I'm waiting for Bayelsa to bring in their own money so that we go to Abuja to collect and develop my own state. Why am I existing as a state? Why do we have governors? Why do we have all this nonsense? Enough is enough.
People are going
let me tell you, Lagos State is one of the richest. Lagos State, if Lagos is a country, Lagos will be one of the richest countries in the whole world. I'm telling you.
No doubt.
Because what Lagos have, I don't think another states have it. And Ogun State as well. Ogun State have factories, have companies. Yes, they cannot be able to develop because these people are holding them down. This nonsense they call Nigeria is holding them down. Enough is. I wish every state in southern Nigeria will come to their senses and develop their own state.
They are already coming together. Maybe they are not coming together at the pace we want or how we want them to. But again, we should not ignore what they are doing too, acknowledging something that
I appreciate them. I appreciate them for what they're doing. I heard that Lagos State has passed their own bill for anti-grazing. I heard that they passed a bill for this VAT. It's a welcome development. This is what we want. This is what we're asking for. Nobody wants war. Nobody wants blood. But we want equity. We want justice. That's what we're asking for. Nothing much. Let me live. We want to live. We want to enjoy life. That's all. That's all we want.
Unfortunately,
you are forcing us together. You don't want us to enjoy. You don't want us to have freedom. We don't want us to do nothing. All you want is sharing of money, using your religion to destroy our own belief. I am not against any religion, but don't use your own religion to stop my own pace. You don't want alcohol in your place. Fine and good. But don't go and collect VAT that was paid by this alcohol
we will be say we'll be drunkard. They say you are going to hellfire. We say we know.
let me go to hellfire.
You they go there. When we get to hellfire,
I pay for the drink.
You see one thing. Sorry to cut you. Yeah, sorry to cut you short. Somebody said, Maiyegun, the day them bomb me, and I started hearing Oshodi, Ojota, and all of that. He knew he was already in there. Yeah. That negotiation he had with God didn't work. That's why he ended up in Nigeria. But it's for a purpose. Then you cannot threaten anybody that survive in Nigeria. You can't threaten anybody. You can't threaten them with hellfire. People waiting in Nigeria. They tell them about hellfire.
For where my boss in Nigeria threatened me some time ago when I was I was working with them. I told him, sir, I am a street guy. If you ask me to leave now, I'll end up in street because that's where I came from. I'm not scared of anything. And you look at me, say, you are very stubborn. I said, okay, sir. And I continue working with them. So if don't threaten me with hellfire because Nigeria
will be drinker, will be everything. But let us enjoy the VAT. May them use the VAT money build the cancer hospital for us. People where they smoke, people where they drink. Let them use the money to build hospital, to run research for us in Yoruba land, in Igbo land. They use the money there. Not use the money to buy coffee for terrorists.
Use your cow money
buying guns for terrorists.
Use the money to fund your terrorists. Use the money to pay ransom to your
terrorists. Use your own cow money to pay for all of that. Exactly.
I'm telling you, it's very simple as that. But this thing, I read the comment from one of them, and that one was, he said that this is a welcome development, that their people has to go back and have a rethink.
Of course.
That enough of all this sharing money. They should go back to their own state and find something to do. Not waiting for somebody to bring money, they will share and they will be lazy.
So now,
enough is enough. Thank you, my general.
Thank you very much as well for taking your time.
You are doing good.
You stay safe, okay? You have a good one and a good night.
All right.
That's Ikpagu, my brother there. So, everybody, thank you so much. Dayo, Elisha, I'm glad I actually got your super chat. Thank you. My friends on YouTube, I think this is the time you can now go on there and check. Have I subscribed? Have I set my notification on this page, on this channel? Go check now. And before you leave this broadcast, remember, give me that thumb up under that video. I have 2 people who already gave me a thumb down. Thank you for the engagement. So we only have about 1,000 of us who stop by to say, Maiyegun, take him. Oh yeah, throw him. Now you say, Maiyegun, take him. Don't give me thumb up in comment. Go under that video. If you are watching me on Facebook, go onto my YouTube channel. Just search for Maiyegun's Diary Politico. It's the same thing and the same message they blast for all the platform. If you have the time, just try and go onto the Diaspora Radio International. If yours is to listen to the podcast in audio, just go onto Diaspora Radio International and listen. DiasporaRadioInternational.com and listen online. Dayo Elisha, thank you so much. Maiyegun, keep eating them other. You have authority over nations and kingdoms to uproot and pull down lies and evil leaders. Amen. I am the general overseer of the Temple of Truth. I have my own anointing, and many of my brethren, my amazing brethren, they have already confessed to that, to tell you about the anointing. We are doing a great job because I've got great people around Maiyegun. Share the broadcast. Tell people about the ministry. Let us take our ministry to the permanent site. For now, we are doing well, Abby. We'll take on to permanent site, get it bigger. Thank you so much, guys, for your time tonight. Okay, I'm going to see you some other time again. Until then, stay safe and continue to avoid evil when you see them in pictures. You know what I'm talking about. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Bíjò ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé.